From the newsroom to the kitchen, Chef Khary is trading headlines for herbs and scripts for spices. But as he tells us, food has always been his first love. I caught up with Khary Roberts earlier to find out how it feels to swap out the teleprompter for a chopping board as he invites viewers into Khary's kitchen.
I've been in food for 20 years professionally, and then I happened to find myself in media. And more people started to know me for media than for my chef life. So now it's me stepping back into that space of being a chef, of being Chef Khary. And I'm really enjoying that transition and to show that side of myself that has been more prominent for me personally than the public really knows.
So what's your inspiration for serving up food?
When it comes to serving up food, I like togetherness. I like different types of cuisine and using different flavor profiles with techniques in such a way that you wouldn't expect, you know, like what is in front of your plate, that you'd be quicker to pull out your phone than to pick up your spoon. And then of course when you pick up your spoon, it has to taste good.
Well, as we're talking about picking up your spoon, what is that one dish that really tells your life story? That one thing that says, this is Khary?
You kind of put me on the spot there, but if I were to think about it, I'd say a pilau. A pilau is also a meal that is very balanced. You know, all the elements come together in it to make the final product, and one doesn't outshine the other. And also a pilau is a meal that you don't make for yourself. You know, it's a meal that you share with other people, and that's very much who I am as a person. You know, I like to share. I like to share, whether it's a story for the news or whether it's a meal with friends, family, loved ones, or knowledge.
Can we expect any surprise guests on your cooking show?
So, I'll let a little bit of a cat out of the bag. We have one guest in the final episode for this season. We do expect and we want more guests for season 2. Me and you could probably chat about that in the future.
Definitely. In your promo video that we've been seeing running all over, you know, we see you in like a kind of market setting. So I'm assuming that we have some Trinidad and Tobago flavor that's going to be seasoning up your show. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I like the pun you used there, Seigonie. Yes, definitely. A big thing of the show, it's using our local ingredients as much as possible. Not 100%, but let's say 95%. Local ingredients, locally sourced, seasonal, and ingredients that are accessible as well, because we have really good ingredients in Trinidad and Tobago, and it needs to be put on the forefront a little bit more that, you know, we have good stuff here and we should be using our own, because the top chefs in the world, what they do is that they use their local ingredients. They use fresh, local, seasonal, sometimes some of them go the way of organic as well, and they pay homage to where they come from and where the ingredients come from. And I think we could do more of that because we do have good produce here.
So yes, your show has our island's culinary soul invested into it, but what about international flavors and cuisine?
So yes, there would be international techniques, presentation styles. Again, I use a lot of local ingredients, but using them in non-traditional ways. So for instance, as we spoke about pilau earlier, I don't have pilau on the show. I want to show people something a little bit different, that you could use the same ingredients you're accustomed to seeing in your market and in your grocery store, and doing something different with it to, I wouldn't say elevate your cuisine, but to give things a little twist.
So my final question to you, and I think many of us really want to know this. Khary, if you were a spice, what spice would you be and why?
That is a very good question. A little bit on the spot, I admit. I would choose my favorite spice. My favorite spice is star anise because it has that licorice flavor, but when you add it to cuisines where it's not commonly used, you can see how well it complements it. And I think that speaks to me quite a bit, and I can use those elements that I've gained elsewhere in our cuisine, in our culture, to bring something different and to bring something that ties well with it. So if you want to find out what is happening, you need to log into TTT Live online and of course watch on television on TTT to find out what is cooking in Khary's kitchen.
So to recap, one surprise guest, plenty of local ingredients, and a whole lot of flavor. Khary's Kitchen premieres this Wednesday right here on TTT. It's online and on air.